Coverage of the National. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Toronto. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Throwing to start the drive. McClure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Martinez. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Connects with Kittle underneath. That one a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, good move. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Isaiah Foskey there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff up the middle. Carney. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now it's Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Jalen Polk. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jackson will throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jackson. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
Oh, he stays up, fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
2nd quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McClure. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that Time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now this complete to Polk. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 3 yards out. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Up the middle they go. Carney. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 29. We saw plenty of throws like this in the Rose Bowl last fall. This one results in a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Franklin. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. To throw is Jackson. Throwing to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
That one caught by Polk. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action now. Jackson can't get away, and he's taken down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get this to about the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on 1st down. Childers to about the 26 here.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Now it's Jackson. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards, a first down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jackson now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Third and 19. Here's Jackson. The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Childers, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Jackson. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Childers. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Now back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. They'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Childers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Childers. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a game of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And as a result, possession switches hands. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Now Jackson. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. He's on his way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Play action. Now Jackson.
Now this complete to Polk.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot for Jackson. One last shot at the end zone. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Toronto, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.